by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky. I go to war, fight.
Damn right. Welcome back to the Professional Stepdad Show. I am your host, Franco Zavala. Thank you very much for joining me again today. This is episode 166 of the show. Guys, we are close to 800 subscribers on YouTube, and to us, it's a big deal because the bigger the platform, the bigger influence that we can have on changing the narrative around what it means to be a stepdad in today's world. So thank you to each and every one of you for subscribing, for listening, for watching, and for just following, and for all the amazing comments, for all the amazing questions. I could not do this without you, because each and every one of you have a story, and each and every one of you are going through certain things in your step parenting journey that could be used as a lesson, and that can be used as growth for another individual. Because for however many years you've been a step parent, just remember that there are going to be other step parents behind us, and it is our responsibility to leave something for them, so that this narrative that step parents have, this negative narrative that we have around us, can finally just be put to sleep. Right? Because we do have good intentions. There are a lot of us out there that want to be here. There are plenty of step parents out there who have this love in our heart, and we have the intentions to be the very best that we can be for you. And all we ask is for patience, and all we ask is to just give us a chance. So amazing stuff, guys. Okay, so episode 166, guys. Today we are going to talk about that, how as stepdads and everything that we are going through, we have more to gain than we have to lose. I want you to think about that for a second. So when I say we have more to gain than we have to lose, what I'm talking about is the growth that we can experience as a new parent, the growth that we can experience as a new leader, a mentor, a new position in our lives. When we rose our hand, is that right? When we put our hand in the air, there we go, and we decided to say, yes, I will step into this blended family and I will do my very best. When we made that decision to do that, to step into this new position in our world, most of us, if not all of us, had no freaking clue what we were getting ourselves into. We had zero. We had no idea what we were getting ourselves into. All we knew was that something happened over here. We fell in love with somebody over here. And because of that, we wanted to join their family. And of course, we have expectations. We have these ideas of how we think it's going to go. Maybe we even have a conversation with our significant other, and we're like, yeah, it's going to work. It's definitely going to work. The kids are going to love you. I mean, blah, blah, you've been around so much. Like, let's just say, I'm going to give you a hypothetical. My son, Timmy. Timmy's such a name that anybody uses, right? So we'll go with it. Our son, Timmy, Timmy gets along with you. He likes you a lot. But let me tell you something. The moment that you go from like a guy that Timmy knows to a guy that Timmy's got to love and respect, the dynamics will change on you. It's not the same. And if you're not prepared for that, which none of us are, it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. But I want you to think about it from their point of view. Maybe, like in my scenario, they lost their dad. For most kids, for most blended families, the marriage just didn't work. But dad's still in the picture. Maybe he's a negative dad, or maybe he's an amazing dad, but he's still in the picture. Maybe he is not in the picture. Maybe he's in prison, jail, in the military. There's so many different versions of this, right? There's so many different versions. But remember, they went through an experience before you got there. So all of their hearts will be guarded. They are going to test you. You have to overcome certain types of obstacles before they can even begin to accept you. And as stepdads, remember, we all kind of jump into this scenario like, they're going to love me and they're going to appreciate me and they're going to value me because I stepped up, and the family members should freaking be praising me because I'm here, because nobody else was going to be here. I mean, if you're an individual that thinks like that, or maybe you're just thinking like that in your head and not out loud, and then you don't get what you're expecting, you get pushback, you get negative feedback from your partner, your spouse, or family members or friends, The kids are not responding the way you thought they were going to respond. Your relationship that you had with mom was amazing before you decided to say yes and step into the blended family. And now you're seeing things that you didn't expect. Maybe she doesn't give you any chance to parent because you've never had that conversation of how parenting is a 50-50 game. You're raising young adults. Stop holding on to that false narrative that only the blood bio parent can, discipline. Discipline for me is way different than discipline for kids now. If you're like me, your discipline consisted of a belt or a twig. Nowadays, it's not like that. You can discipline as an adult in a way that can be beneficial for everyone around you. The kids need to see stability. Kids love stability. And when they see mom and dad on the same page, 50-50 down the middle, they know that there are and there are not things that they can get away with, period. But so many of you, and moms, this is especially for you, so many of you never give the stepdad a chance to step in and parent because you're still hanging on to that old saying, which is, you're not blood, I don't want you doing any of that. Or maybe it's dad. Maybe dad's like, I don't want you parenting my kids. Cool, I won't discipline your kids, John. But when they're under my roof, in my home, under my rules and my routines and my habits and the way I'm trying to raise them and the standards that I'm setting for them, I want to raise them as productive young adults. And with that comes the ability to say yes and no to certain things. And if mom, you're not helping stepdad out here, he's going to feel like his hands are tied behind his back and he has nowhere to go. So you have to remember that when you're stepping into this blended family, yes, they went through that experience. Yes, they had something negative happen to them. Either it was mom or the kids or whatever the story unfolds, whatever it is. And as men, we could take that personal. We could feel like we're being attacked, like we're not getting the respect we deserve. We can't look at it like that because we have more to gain in this scenario than we have to lose. Because at the end of the day, we are trying to earn our spot in a family. Everyone else is pretty much set. They're established. They're there. They're dug in. We are trying to earn our spot. And earning your spot comes with humility. It comes with patience. It comes with the ability to communicate. When I say we have more to gain, I mean knowledge. I mean relationships. I mean obstacles. Yes, you want to gain obstacles. You want them to come your way because you want to fucking see what you're made of. You want to see if you can handle it. And if you can't handle it, you want the ability to think your way around it so that you can properly handle it when it comes down, it comes up again. We have way more to gain as stepdads than we have to lose. The family has way more to lose. Yes, they're going to gain you as a leader, a mentor, a father, somebody that's going to be amazing and wonderful. Yes, they have you to gain. But in the beginning, they have way more to lose. And I know that sounds shitty, but it's the truth. Because they don't know you yet. You haven't been there long enough. You haven't proven to them that you're not going anywhere, stepdad. So don't take it so fucking personal when things aren't unfolding the way you want them to unfold. Stop looking at your scenario like somebody owes you something, because nobody owes you shit. Period. If you're having trouble right now, if you're going through something in your blended family right now that it's just not working, and you started to question why you're there, you started to question your efforts, if you started to question, maybe you're even talking to mom or dad or family members outside saying, I don't know, guys, I don't think I can do this much longer. Then you should have never been in there in the first place. Is if you thought this was going to be some sort of an easy road, like some sort of a breeze, it's not going to be hard, then you're sadly mistaken. But we do, as men, leaders, fathers, stepdads, we have more to gain than we have to lose. We have a family to gain. We have a love and respect. Here's a great one. We get to find out what we're made of. So don't take it so personal. Because they have way more to lose. Trust me, they do. In the beginning, they have way more to lose. What you're hoping for is you taking that whole you have more to gain than you have to lose scenario, and you're hoping to flip it and to mix it and so that it comes out even, because you want to get to a point in your blended family and your relationships with the kids and with your partner where you both equally have as much to gain from one another and as much to lose from one another as possible. You're trying to develop and establish a family. I cannot stress that anymore. You're trying to raise kids the right way so that they can leave and become productive adults. You're trying to maintain a relationship with your partner so that you can celebrate 70 years of marriage. And you won't be able to do any of that if you're still holding on to everybody owes you something. Bottom line is that there really should be like a manual, and step one should be, okay, you've decided to join a blended family. Cool. Now go work on yourself and don't do anything else before you do that. Go figure out why you react and act certain ways. Go figure out why you get triggered so easily. Oh, by the way, you can't parent them like you were parented. Just doesn't work like that. Communication works better than everything, but you probably don't know that because nobody's ever told you that communication is actually a good thing. Oh, stepdads, men, you can't solve everyone's problem. Stop fucking trying to do it. Sometimes you just need to shut up and listen. You have more to gain about yourself, about this world, about who you are, than you have to lose. Take that to the bank, deposit it, and remember it for as long as you're in your blended family. All right, guys, that's episode 166 of the show. Thank you guys very much again. Humbled, blessed, grateful for each and every one of you. And I will talk to you soon. All right, be well. Hey, thanks for listening to the show. Listen, if you know a stepdad who is in need of any of this information, do me a favor right now. Hit that subscribe button and share this episode with them as fast as possible. Did you do it? Okay, you did it.
Quiet on the set, please. Thank you, everybody.